Hello, welcome to Charlie and Emrak's card channel. Pretty sure that's what I called this channel, sorry. Today, I just wanted to do a Cyber Dragon deck profile with you. It is not the best, I'll admit that, but it's what I've got. So, let's start. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon. This is pretty obvious in my opinion. I've seen people using 1, even 2. I don't get the point in that. It's the main card of the deck. Yeah, it's sometimes hard to get out and can sometimes be a brick, but you open it up turn 2, you're happy. So, 3 Cyber Dragon. Next we've got 3 Cyber Dragon Core. Obviously the best card in the deck, Searchers. If it gets ashed, things kind of just stop, which kind of sucks. Depends what your hand looks like. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Natchta. One of the best cards in the deck as well. Lets you get back your Nova, your Infinity, Seeger, whatever you need back from the graveyard. And you can just link it away into Linkuriboh once you've done that. And you can discard to special summon, which is really nice sometimes. Got 3 copies of hers. Not the best card in the deck. Mostly you just want to use it as discard for, Natchta, maybe Galaxy Soldier. Its effect's really the best when it hits the grave, so that's where you want to put him. So I'd use him to discard wherever applicable. Let's finish off the Cyber Dragons package. 2 Via and 1 Dre. These I'm not sure about, but I can't think of anything else to put in instead. I'd maybe consider using 3 Vias and no Dre. I know a lot of people aren't that into Via, but it's an extender. Can chain block for the Cyber Dragon Core, which is pretty nice if you don't want that getting ashed, which you probably don't, to be honest. So, not sure what I want to do with these yet, but in absence of a better choice, that's what I'm running. Then we've got 2 Galaxy Soldier. It's an extender, helps you get into Nova, Infinity. Free summon on if you discard, sorry. So discard the Hurt Special Summon Search, Hurt Search. Free Infinity basically with those 2 cards. Then we've got 1 Cyber Eltanin. Just their last ditch effort really. If your opponent's built up a crazy board, you can't think of a way to get over it, get this guy out, it can help. It has won me some duels before, so I would recommend running that. We've got some hand traps, 3 Ash and 3 Effect Veiler. Obviously everyone knows what these guys do. This stops your opponent searching, dumping, special summoning from deck. This negates a monster effect, but only in your opponent's main phase. So they're pretty standard, pretty nice. I've got 2 Gamma Seals. Now I don't have a machine type Kaiju, otherwise I would be using that instead. But as a going second deck, Kaiju's just the best. To get rid of any problem card your opponent's got you can't find an out for, slap a Gamma Seal on it. You're happy. 2 Cyber Emergency. I do recommend 3. I only have 2. I'm sorry, it's quite an expensive card, but I've made do with 2. 2's not too bad. 2 Repair Plant. I would consider taking this to 1. I think if I got a 3rd Emergency, I would take this to 1, but it's still searchable. Under the right conditions, more or less the same thing as Cyber Emergency. So it's not a bad card at all. 1 Rev System. Definitely would consider running 2. I have done in the past. People disagree with that decision, but it's a special summon from hand or grave, which is nice. And then it can't be destroyed by card effects. So that's really useful. I've got triple Machine Duplication. Best extender in the deck. You've got about 6 targets, 3 cores, 3 Nachta, 3 hers. Bear in mind that if you do special summon Via off any of those summons, this is dead because their attack points are above 500. Also, it's a brick if your Cyber Dragons are in the grave, so always remember to check that because I always forget and activate it and just waste it. We've got 1 Cyberload Fusion, 1 Overload Fusion. Would definitely consider running more copies of these, but this one's kind of expensive. I haven't really got an excuse why I don't have 2 of these, so apologies on that one. A couple of one-offs, 1 for 1. You know, discard dead card in your hand, special summon Nachta, combo, or hurts, whatever you prefer. 1 Foolish, in a pinch, Foolish, hers. Maybe if you've already got Nachta in your hand, you could Foolish Cyber Dragon, normal Nachta, Cyber Dragon. You could at least get away with a Seeger. And then 2 Cybernetic Overflow. Great card to destruct your opponent. Obviously banish cards to destroy things. And once they're banished, Cyberload Fusion. Excellent right there. Also, if it's an emergency, you could destroy this and search. So that usually comes up. I have destroyed them myself just to get a search when I'm low on resources. So that's the main deck. I believe that's a 40 card main deck. Could be completely wrong. For the extra deck, 2 Mega Fleet. One of the best cards in the deck. All it takes is a Cyber Dragon and any monster in the extra monster zone. So if your opponent's got, say, an Appaloosa, if you can't find a way out of it, normal summon core, Mega Fleet, problem solved. Now I'm running 2 Rampage Dragon. Best card in the deck for OTK. Destroy your opponent's back row. Really excellent card. One of the reasons I'd recommend running 2 2 Overload Fusion, just to get this card out, because it is excellent. We've got 1 Twin Dragon, can attack twice, pretty strong, can cause some problems for your opponent. And we've got 2 Cyber Dragon Novas, 2 Infinities, pretty standard. You make Nova, always activate Nova's effect before going into Infinity. Your opponent will always try to destroy this, and then you can special summon one of your fusions, which is really nice. And Infinity is arguably your win condition. So, 1 negate, it's not the best, but 1 negate is pretty good. And you can absorb one of your opponent's monsters, which does come in really clutch sometimes. 2 Seeger. I see a lot of people only running 1 Seeger. Always seems like not enough in my opinion. I like having 2, because if for whatever reason I can't OTK, my opponent destroys the first Seeger, banishes it, I've got another one to play with. And if not, then it doesn't really matter. Got 1 Unicorn and 1 Phoenix. Just excellent cards. Difficult to get off, in my opinion, because the new monsters have different names, and they've all got different names. Which, yeah, but they are essential. And we've got Linkuriboh, just to get rid of those level 1s on the field. If your normal summon hurts, make it into Linkuriboh, at least you get a search and you've got an open zone underneath Linkuriboh. And then a new card, Cross Sheep. Haven't yet used it, but I can understand in the right condition. Really good. So, that's my main deck and my extra deck. Hope you enjoyed that. And real quickly I'll just go through the side deck, show you some of the choices I made on that. So, this is the side deck portion. 3 Twin Twisters, all different rarity, don't know why. Sometimes Cyber Dragons, we struggle against back row decks, so Twin Twisters. Even though we've got, you know, Rampage Dragon that can destroy back row, if it's a Mystic Miner, there can only be 1. Twin Twisters. 3 Dark Ruler no more. Arguably better than Nibiru in this format. can just deal with a lot of problem monster effects, and it can't be responded to, so no more Appaloozas. Free Compulse, just in case your opponent makes you go first. Get rid of one of their problem cards, sorry. Free DD Crow, pretty self-explanatory, just useful to get rid of any problem cards in your opponent's graveyard. Make them lose the targets on certain cards' effects. So that's pretty nice. And this one, free Necro Valley. Now this might be a strange choice, but I found Cyber Dragons we can play without his graveyard. We don't need to banish from his grave to do anything. It does shut down a couple of card effects, but in my practice this hurts my opponent more than it hurts me. So free Necro Valley is coming in really good for me in the past. So that does it for my Cyber Dragon deck profile. Not the best deck, you've probably got some opinions on that. Leave those in the comments down below. We do run a card shop through eBay, link for that will be in the description. Be very much grateful if you check it out, maybe order something. And yeah, have a great day, thank you.